With a portfolio of products that touches every aspect of the ag industry and new innovations constantly hitting the market, sometimes it's hard to keep up. So when questions or issues arise, growers turn to Syngenta's unmatched technical support team to get the answers they need. The Greensboro-based team fields over 20,000 calls and emails a year from around the country. And once a specialist is connected with a customer, it's not just about the expertise. It's also about the experience. It's about finding fast solutions to problems that require them and getting their customers out of the weeds and back to their day-to-day operations.
We're sort of the one-stop shop, and it could be from I have a formulation question to a compatibility question to will this product control a particular weed or fungus? It could be even a finance question. So when a customer calls, we're able to either answer the question or we can route it to the according source to get the question answered.
So what kind of questions do the Syngenta technical support team handle? Why don't we ask the experts? I'm seeing an uncharacteristic response in my soybeans after applying herbicide.
This is where I get to put on the Sherlock Holmes hat and work with our field staff, so we were able to utilize what we saw in the field, utilize some practices and patterns that we noticed to kind of help solve the problem for the grower and say, hey, this is why you're seeing what you're seeing, and here's some avoidance tactics you can use to ensure this doesn't happen again, and then here's how you might best utilize the product that you have now in that tote.
My crop is struggling and I haven't been able to find help anywhere.
I received a call from a gentleman in North Carolina that actually grew Venus flytraps, and that's a real rarity. Not many people grow them. And as you can imagine, I certainly didn't have expertise in Venus flytraps, but we talked through his issue and worked with him to come up with a good plan for trying to combat some of the diseases that he was seeing in the greenhouse, and made recommendations to do a small test just to make sure it was going to be safe on the Venus flytraps. He was very pleased because no one else had really tried to help him. So that was very rewarding.
How much product do I add to 1 gallon of water?
We're going to ask them a lot of questions about, what product are you referring to? What are you spraying that product on? What are you trying to control? When are you going to spray that product? And that just gives us a really good idea of how we can answer their questions most thoroughly. It also gives us a good idea throughout the conversation of any red flags that might pop up. So they might say, yeah, I was going to go spray this insecticide around my vegetable garden. Well, maybe that insecticide isn't labeled to be sprayed around a vegetable garden. So that just lets us give them watch outs and just get more context into what they're looking for.
But what happens when a specialist doesn't have the answer? It happens, and when it does, they're able to tap into Syngenta's nearly limitless resources, including the ability to connect with experts across almost every discipline and access to a comprehensive knowledge database affectionately called the brain. What is the specific gravity of this chemical?
We're going to take as much information as we possibly can from that customer, and then we're going to reach out to the internal parties that we need to. We have a lot of information, within our brain database and within our employees, but sometimes you have to reach out to the expert. So that really allows us to be the most efficient that we can be and allows the customer to get the information that they need quickly.
One thing I'm proud of about the technical support team is we enjoy what we do. We really help our customers understand the proper use, the proper handling, and the safety in and around our products. We want to ensure that we steward these products correctly as far as in use, and to ensure that it remains a sustainable product over a long period of time.